Welcome back to the TheChowTimePod. It's your host Red. I got a video today from TikTok. It's sad just to see young brothers, talking mad s about passport bros and pandering to women, especially African American women, when they know themselves there's quite a bit of issues with them. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow. It's chow time.
What's your opinion on passport bros? Me personally, I think the passport bros are a joke. Mainly because I believe if you're going to do some shit, be willing to do it proudly and call it what it is. The main mission statement is that American women and Western women aren't feminine or traditional enough. But then they go to places like DR. I'm a grown ass man. Who the you think you trying to fool? You're not going to DR because the women there are just so submissive. They really know how to treat a man. They don't be on this same hoe shit that
How do you know? Have you traveled yourself, brother? I don't think you have.
American women be on? No, dog, you going there for prostitutes. For the low. Notice the foreign countries that these dudes typically say that they travel to are in poverty.
Same narrative that all the women always say, poverty. Yeah, they might not be first world countries, but they're not impoverished. Like, I don't understand why everybody seems to think countries that are not United States are like impoverished. There's plenty of millionaires in those countries. There's plenty of rich people in those countries too. It might not be the norm, but there are wealthy people. And just because, I guess, if they are impoverished, what's wrong with me going there and lifting up an impoverished person? What's the issue with that?
The truth is, they don't mind the current culture when it comes to dating or even Western women's behaviors. They just hate that they can't participate in it. So instead, they'd rather go to a country that's...
No, as we've seen other videos, there's good-looking men with means that are going to these countries and doing these things. And they can get pussy if they want. You're talking about pussy. Women are kind of throwing it out there for most men that have at least have means and have some kind of charisma and decent looks. And I believe a lot of passport bros kind of fit those descriptions pretty well.
As poor, so that a little bit of pocket change could take them farther. But ultimately, what it all boils down to is they love how the system is. Their biggest issue is that they're not in a position to participate on it on a level that they want to.
So we love that the West is degenerating and, families, units are being broken up and women are just taking advantage of the government system to take as much as from men as possible. Yeah, we love that. Like, every man in the world is just like, I need to go to the US to experience this.
I find myself hard pressed to respect them. Stay toxic. What's your opinion?
I mean, at the person that's name is Toxic King Sue. Just who's toxic?
What's going on, everybody? Now, for the last few days, I've been getting on TikTok on people's lives and they chats, and I've been hearing the same thing. Men continuing to be upset with men for simply having a passport, telling men to go out the country and explore your options. Now, I'm gonna give you my 3 reasons why these men continue to be mad at men for simply traveling. Now, before you bitter women and you simping ass, pandering ass, weak ass men get on my page talking about just go but leave black women's name out your mouth, you tell me where you could find one post, one story, one anything that I've made that disrespected and down black women. Go ahead, I'll wait. Number 1 is jealousy. The same reason a lot of men get unalived in America every day, just pure and simple jealousy. A lot of these men are upset that they see men doing these things that they can't do. They can't leave and travel the world. They can't leave and go to these other countries. They live a stressful life here in America. So they just straight jealous because they can't do the things that other men can do. And they don't have the resources. They don't have the money. So jealousy play a big factor in why a lot of these men continue to hate on men for travel. Number 2 is obvious. They can't get women. So they say things like, oh, you leave the country because you can't get women, deflecting because they the ones who really can't get women. So they simp and they pander and they agree with these women thinking that these women go give up the cat.
That's what I think mostly. It's the pandering to women. It's weird that when I criticize black or African American women on my channel, there's brothers out there saying that I'm pandering to white people. And I'm just like, what? So I can't even criticize people for doing weird, dumb, crazy shit? Like, okay.
Because they agreeing with him. When in reality, them women don't even like that kind of
Nope.
man. They just on board with him because he's agreeing with them. They still want them men who do them wrong, who disrespect them, and who cheat on them. That's just a simple fact.
I mean, I'm starting to date quite a bit of women, and yeah, I don't let them do the things that they usually do with other men, and they're like blown away by it. They're like confused at like, why aren't you nice to me the way everybody are? Why aren't you doing these things for me? And I'm just like, why should I? You're nothing to me. Like, at least not yet. Maybe work towards something, and then maybe you'll be worth those things. But yeah, I'm gonna tell you straight up that you're doing stupid shit. I just can't stand it.
Number three, and probably the most overlooked, is the fact that some of you men are suspects. Some of you men just want men to stay here because you actually like men. Because why in a world
Okay, this one's a
where
little
you're
weird.
heterosexual and men are saying, okay, we don't want these women, so we're gonna leave, but you stay and you can get all the women you want. Why would you be mad at men?
Oh, I get where he's going with it. Okay.
A plethora of women, you know, why would you be mad at men for leaving if you like women? So some of you men are
Okay, I get
actually
that. I get where he's
suspect
coming from.
and want the men for yourself, because there's no other reason why you should be upset with men leaving the country. That's why women get upset. That's what women do. That's how women act. They have the right to be upset because in their mind, they think we're saying that they're not good enough and we're going to go get better. So them being upset is understandable. But you men that claim to be heterosexual being upset with men for leaving, that's kind of suspect.
Well, I actually agree with that.
Stop hating on men. Get yourself together. Get your money right, and you too can live a great life.
Ooh, shout outs to Denzel Corn, or I believe that's his Denzel Corn. That was a good take.
These are the top travel destinations for Passport Bros in 2023. Let's hear these in no particular order. Number 1, Thailand.
Yeah, a lot of
Number
coastline.
2, Croatia.
That was a surprise.
Number
to me.
3, Brazil.
Also a lot of coastline.
4, we all know this one, Colombia. And at number 5, Philippines.
Pure coastline.
Passport Bros on the rise. Let's
And they really choose like beachy type places.
go.
These are the top.
There's not every man that's talking S. There's a lot of men that support and understand what's going on. Just wanted to add that in there.
Video the 8 News Now investigators obtained shows 25-year-old Brian Altamirano Solano walking hand-in-hand with Erica Covington and Ariana Taylor, both 20, minutes before the women are accused of killing him.
And they say that when we go to other countries, we're in danger and we'll get taken advantage of and mugged and killed and stuff like that. Like, we're not that safe here either. So I don't think that's like the case for most people. I think a lot of people come here thinking that they're going to be safe because we're a first world country, and then women still can do shit like this.
It's 2:35 a.m. on Monday,
I didn't mean to laugh at it. I mean, I feel bad for the man. Like, this is pretty serious stuff.
May 15th. Police say a camera inside a Caesars Palace hallway captures the trio walking to Altamirano Solano's room, prosecutors noting the bag slung over his chest. 14 minutes later, that same camera catches Covington and Taylor running away. Police say one of them has their victim's bag on her as she drops her phone. Detectives getting more surveillance video, this one from a different strip property. They say one of the women is wearing the bag as she charges her phone. Prosecutors say Covington and Taylor are the duo in these Instagram videos shown to a grand jury, where they're wearing the same or similar outfits as the morning of the murder. More photos show the hotel room door, where police say just 15 minutes transpired before the women allegedly shot and killed Altamirano Solano. Inside, officers say they found a cartridge casing matching Taylor's gun. Altamirano Solano had stayed in the room with a different woman who told investigators he didn't speak English and was in the U.S. from Nicaragua seeking asylum. Other evidence in the case includes 2 explicit videos of the women and Altamirano Solano inside the room, recorded at 2:44 and 2:45. Minutes later, the women are seen running down that hallway. Video the
It's dangerous everywhere, man. Be careful. Just women are quite the beasts nowadays compared to before when they were nice, feminine, and some, just nice women. Now they're, can be just as murdery as men are. How men feel in the West.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Welcome back to the Chow Time Pod. It's your host, Red. I got a video today from TikTok. It's sad to see young brothers, talking mad s about passport bros and pandering to women, especially, African American women, when they know themselves there's quite a bit of issues with them. So please like and subscribe down below. I'd really appreciate that. And let's get to that chow.